can we do in order to turn crisis into opportunity?
This crisis is real. So I'm not a flat earth kind of person. I don't believe that Hollywood filmed the moon landing. So I believe that happened. This crisis happened. I'm not a believer that it's a conspiracy theory and that the governments got together and did this because, I don't know, they had nothing better to do. This is a real crisis. And what it shows us, it showed me in my businesses, is that I need to be more diversified. That as if another one of these, either this one or another one of these rolls out, that I have tools in my business portfolio that allow me to take advantage of a situation that could arise again. Right? I've got one of my businesses, it's a clinic. We'll need to be better prepared with a wider array of services that we can offer online, just in case the government does what it did last time and says that there are certain services that you will not be allowed to perform. So from one day to the next, a good portion of your business is now illegal. Had that thought ever really crossed our mind? I don't think so. You know, I've been involved in businesses where we have business continuity, we have multiple sources of electricity. So if the big line coming in on one side of the house gets broken, there's another line back up on the other side. And if both of them stop producing electricity, there's a generator there that can start to produce. So there's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. But having to deal with putting on, not being able to leave your house, I doubt was on many people's radar. It is now. And we need to learn from it. So it's like if you have a friend who is dying of lung cancer because they smoke, and we see them going through that, it would be wise to stop smoking. Learning from their example before we get into the same situation ourselves. And I think you're going to get, I don't know how many business owners there are in the world, but you just increase the number of people who are thinking in alternative sources. You know, as a private individual, people are going to need to think about having multiple streams of income. Most people don't have multiple streams of income. They have one.
Yeah.
And if that bank or that company stops manufacturing and I lose my job, I'm in trouble. But what if you had your job and an online, and you taught a class, and you had written a book that were being sold through Amazon, and you had something else, and you had multiple streams? It's no guarantee, but your odds just went up.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, this is why, not this is why I have a number of different degrees in folklore, in linguistics, in psychology, and coaching, just in case if something doesn't work, maybe I can do something else.
Right.
William, what can be done in order to prepare for similar situation? I mean, we are not over yet, but just in case, I myself, I like living my life the way that if something happens, I would like to learn my lesson from this. So what can I do in different ways? So what should the world do? How can people prepare for a situation like this?
My recommendation, the very first step is to find somebody who is also has also made the decision that they need to prepare for that new world that just showed its ugly face. And get around a few people, not 20, but 5, where you can coach each other and be each other's accountability partner and source of encouragement for people to follow through with whatever ideas they may come up with. Let's say that you're a business person and you've got lots of experience in accounting, and somebody says, well, you should do online accounting class. And you say, yeah, that's a good idea. But then when you get home, oh, nobody's going to buy my class. I'm just a boring person. And it's so easy when we're detached from our source of encouragement to fall into yeah, it would work for somebody else, but it's not going to work for me. So you know this as a coach, how important it is for you to be surrounded with a group of people who are shaking their pom-poms, cheering you on, Anna, do it. You said you're going to do it, Anna. Did you do it? And hold each other accountable. And that's the number one. And right now, this is serious. Right now, we don't have the luxury for the next few months until we have a few of these alternate sources set up. We don't have the luxury of wasting time and hanging around with people who don't want to make any changes. We have plenty of time down the road, 6 months, 9 months from now. Right now, we need to be focused on setting these alternate sources of revenue or services up very quickly.
What you have just mentioned, this is what the University of Practical Psychology, from which I got my second master's degree. It offered us just a couple of weeks ago a new program. So for the graduates of the university, they offered a program for 1 more year. I have already started doing it, so 2 weeks ago. And what is important that we coach each other, because all of us are coaches and psychologists, and we meet now every Saturday, at least in summer. Right now there are 7 of us, but I know that in the autumn a number of other people will join, and it was just absolutely fantastic. Last Saturday or 10 days ago to meet some people. We did not really discuss the situation with virus at all. We were talking just about our goals. So what are our goals for summer? What can we do? And accountability. So it's very important.